Don't call us, we'll call you. Ciao a tutti, welcome to my channel. My name is David, and today's topic is about cold calling in Italy and also cold knocking in Italy. If you're looking to move to Italy sometime in the future, I can guarantee you that this will be a topic which eventually you'll have to deal with. And if you're living here already, then this is probably a topic you're well aware of. Let's get started. Cominciamo. Today's topic is by no means only an Italian problem. However, I do find this to be something annoying that I have to deal with in my daily life in Italy. Fortunately, these two things don't happen daily. As a matter of fact, they don't happen very often, but often enough. Let's just put it to you that way. Let's begin with the one that happens less frequently, and this is cold knocking. Basically, what we're dealing with here is solicitation. From my experience, these are usually young people who come to your door. They're usually dressed somewhat professionally, and what they want to do is offer you a new contract for your heat and power consumption, more or less. Now, if this does happen to you, if somebody knocks on your door or rings your doorbell, my advice is don't open the door. That's just common sense anyway, but I think it's worth mentioning. So the best thing to do is to simply look through your little spy hole, spioncino in Italian, and immediately you can recognize if you're dealing with these kind of people. Generally, they are, like I said, professionally dressed. They may have a clipboard, or they may have some kind of a badge from their company. Are these people legit? I really don't know, to be honest. However, my preference is to not open my door and to not entertain these people. Why take a chance? And honestly, I don't like signing a contract after having just met somebody 30 minutes or 1 hour prior. That just doesn't seem right to me. Now, generally, I am not a pessimistic person. However, one thought does cross my mind, and it's this. When you invite somebody into your home, you don't know if they're legit, like I said before. You also don't know if they're using this as an excuse to look at your house, to scope it out and see maybe if there's the potential to rob you. You don't know. So, how do we deal with these people? Look through your spy hole and see if you can recognize these people based on the criteria that I mentioned previously. If by chance you think they are solicitors, do nothing. Now that may sound cruel, but I think really it's the simplest and easiest solution. And honestly, I think these people are used to having the door slammed in their faces or just people not responding. If, however, you're not sure and you want to check, then I would ask them who they are. And in Italian, you can simply say it this way. Chi è? Now, at this point, there are two possible answers. The first one is they'll say who they are and that they're here to check your energy consumption or something of the like. The next one is silence, and I've seen this before. Once I had somebody knock on my door, I asked them, chi è? And they said nothing. I wasn't sure why they weren't responding. Then I found out the real reason. If they do in fact respond, say who they are and why they're here, then I think they know very well that a lot of people are going to say no, so they figure, why bother even saying who they are, because the result is always the same. They want to see if you actually open the door, and then at that point, then they'll say why they're here. Hope that makes sense. Let's play devil's advocate. Let's look at a few things before we officially slam the door in their faces. No pun intended. Or is there? I don't know. Okay, number one. Are these people legit? It's entirely possible. I can't prove right or wrong, really. Can they, in fact, offer me a better contract so that I can save on my energy consumption? Yeah, that's entirely possible. Will I still open my door for these people? No, I'm sorry. For me, it's just simply annoying and I don't trust them. That's it. If by chance you're getting value out of today's video, then make sure you drop the like button. That'd be pretty cool. And also, if you want to see more videos like this in the future, do make sure you subscribe. Grazie. Andiamo avanti. Let's continue. Now, I could be wrong, but I think that most Italians prefer to not open their door to these people for the same reasons that I just mentioned. Lack of trust. I say that because something similar happened to me about 10 years ago while I was living in Salerno. At the time, I was living with another American, and he actually opened the door to these people. So he brought them in, and then he put his signature on a contract. Our other roommate was a very shrewd guy from Calabria, and when he saw the contract, he was rather furious. So what did he do? He called the company in question and he says, listen, if you don't tear up that contract, I'm going to report you for fraud. And they tore it up, actually. Now, as I said before, there are two ways that these people try to get in contact with you. The first one is the cold knocking. The other one is cold calling. I get multiple calls a week from cell phone numbers from the same types of people that I just mentioned. And I think they choose cell phones because when you see a number that's not a landline, you might think, this is a friend or this is somebody who's trying to get in contact with me. Clever. So what do? Easy. If you're not in my phone book, I don't answer you. Sorry. Incredible. As I'm editing this video, somebody actually cold called me. It's like they knew. I look at it this way. If you really are somebody that knows me and you need to get in contact with me, you'll find a way. SMS, email, smoke signal, Whatever, you'll find a way. Now, if you do happen to answer one of these phone calls and it's a call center or whoever, from my experience, generally there's a few seconds of silence and then you hear a voice. If that happens, then just hang up immediately. For this week's expression, I have a phrase that you can use both for cold calling and for cold knocking. Now, if you simply want to say that, thank you, but I'm not interested, you can say it in this way. La ringrazio, ma non mi interessa. Arrivederci. That might seem a bit cold and maybe even a bit rude, but honestly, that's all you gotta say, really. Comment time, let's hear from you. So, have you been contacted by these people and what is your strategy for doing so? Let me know. If by chance you're looking to move to Italy and you want to get an idea of what things cost in this country, then click above and you'll find a video that I made recently in which I talk about what things cost here. As always, grazie mille per l'attenzione. Ci vediamo alla prossima. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your time as always, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.